We're reading Proverbs, a chapter a day of Proverbs in May. That's what we're reading. And this is a great time to be alive. It's a lot going on. It's a scary time to be alive, although I believe it's always been. We just see every aspect of it now. So I decided at the beginning of May to start reading a chapter a day of Proverbs in May. And what I've learned about myself is very interesting. What I've learned through these words has been transformative. I realized that I do have a visibility resistance, even though it doesn't seem like it. But like, it's easy for me to go on something short form like TikTok and just post a thought. Like, I could do that several times a day. But to actually get on live and share something that's extremely meaningful to me is, that has been a very interesting evolution. And I'm glad I'm making it because it's just important for us to be ourselves and to really open ourselves up to a deeper understanding. And it's needed. It's needed. I wish I could pretend, that, or I wish I could not be so hyper aware of everything, but that's just who I am. It's the way that I was created, or that circumstances developed me to be. And all I can do, and all we can do, is unlearn things that are not helpful to us. And I'm really working on that. And to learn to discern and to eliminate yearn. I think yearn is a big one that we don't think about enough, It's a yearning. It's a yearning that is present, that is damaging, It's actually damaging. The yearning to be something that you're not is just never worth it. But the desire and the wisdom to always reach for your higher potential is a blessing. And it is the core of who we are. And we're allowed to do that. And to accept and to appreciate whatever it looks like. Whatever you look like. Whatever you look like. Whoever you are, whatever you look like, you get to be heard. Your voice gets to be heard. Your joy gets to be experienced. Your life gets to be loved. And that there's no right way to look for that. That's everyone. That's you. And you get to have a good idea. And you get to create a solution for others, no matter where you're starting from today. So that is a very important message. And learning the things that hold you back or get in your way is a very important process. And it's It's a process that I am very grateful for. I truly am. So, that being said, let's read chapter 27 and 28 of Proverbs, which is what we're here to do. And I'm going to take the slower road today. I'm enjoying the sun. Oh, I'm not trying to show you Proverbs, for show Mishi. I'm trying to enjoy the sun and just take my time, appreciate this time of being right here, right now. Let's open our hearts to God. Thanks and praise and appreciation for this space and time. Allow these words to rest on our heart, however that's supposed to happen. May God heal all hearts. May the Most High, may every single soul experience the Most High. And let go and release any prior beliefs that were misunderstood, because that's all it is, misunderstanding. So we are gathered here. Hello, amen. So we are gathered here to take in the words of Proverbs, chapter 27 and 28, and allow them to make sense to us in a way that is helpful, honest, and sustainable. And I don't know how I feel about saying okay. All praise is due to the Most High. All praise is due to the Most High. Hello. Okay, so here we go. We're reading chapter 27, 28 of Proverbs, and this is the Hallelujah Scriptures, which is the scriptures, the canonized version, if you will. And it's supposed to be a translation that's closer to actual Hebrew. All right. Chapter 27. Do not boast of tomorrow, for you do not know what a day brings forth. Do not boast of tomorrow, for you do not know what a day brings forth. Let another man praise you, and not your own mouth, a stranger, and not your own lips. A stone is heavy and sand is weighty, but a fool's wrath is heavier than both. Wrath is cruel and displeasure overwhelming. But who is able to stand before jealousy? Open reproof is better than hidden love. Open reproof is better than hidden love. The wounds of a friend are true, but the kisses of an enemy are profuse. One satisfied loathes the honeycomb, but to a hungry one, any bitter is sweet. Ooh, that's a bar. One satisfied loathes the honeycomb, but to a hungry one, any bitter is sweet. Come on. That's incredible. Okay. Um, like a bird that wanders from its nest, so is a man who wanders from his place. Ointment and perfume gladden the heart, so one's counsel is sweet to his friend. Do not forsake your own friend or your father's friend. And do not go into your brother's house in the day of calamity. That's deep. Do not forsake your friend. Do not forsake your own friend or your father's friend, and do not go in to your brother's house in the day of your calamity. Wow, that's deep. I actually understood that different, which I like the way I understood it, but I also like this way. So the way I understood it, this is Proverbs 27, 10. Do not forsake your own friend or your father's friend, and do not go into your brother's house in the day of your calamity. So, better is a neighbor nearby than a brother far away. Gosh, that's so much to unpack. But I feel like it's saying, this is saying a lot, actually. This is saying a lot. This is saying, don't bring that stuff over there. Don't bring that stuff over there. And don't take that stuff over there. Oh, that's deep. Better is a neighbor nearby than a brother far away. And that is saying I think that's saying to be in community and be in peace with the people around you. I feel like that's what that's saying. Treat the people nearby you good. Yeah, don't take and I think that could even mean of an issue, because sometimes that's why a community and a village is great, because one person can't supply all the types of support that we need. You can't supply that to anyone, and they can't be everything to you. So a neighbor nearby is also saying, handle your business appropriately, and that this is why we must have network and community. This is why we must have network and community. Tribe. Are you a Native American? I do have Native American, from my understanding, and I need to actually get more clarity on that. I'm pretty sure I remember that we have Cherokee from Kentucky area. And that was a long time ago, and that was like the most I heard about it. So it's definitely something I need to understand, accurately. I don't. Thanks for asking though. This is interesting. This is good. So, okay, chapter 27, verse 11 of Proverbs. My son, be wise and gladden my heart, that I might have a word for him who reproaches me. A clever man foresees calamity, hides himself. The simple shall go on, they are punished. Take the garment of him who is guarantor for a stranger, and for a strange woman pledge it. I don't understand that one. He who greets his friend loudly early in the morning still have it reckoned to him as a curse. He who greets his friend loudly early in the morning shall have it reckoned to him as a curse. That's interesting. Drops that never cease on a very rainy day and a contentious women are alike. Whoever represses her represses the wind, and his right hand encounters oil. Huh. I really need to. Okay. One thing I'm going to do the last day I read these, I'm going to write down the words that I think I know, but I don't. And I'm going to research those. I think that's an important part of this practice, to learn exactly maybe what these mean, you know? And that's okay. Like, there's no way with all of these riddles. I mean, and that, okay, this is a great time. Actually, I'll do it before chapter 28. So let me finish 27 just to keep the continuity of thought. Iron is sharpened by iron, and a man sharpens the face of his friend. He who tends the fig tree eats its fruit. And he who guards his master is esteemed. As in water faces to face, so a man's heart to man. As in water face is to face, so a man's heart to man. Oh, wow. That's beautiful. That's a beautiful image. So basically, as reflected in water face to face, so is a man's heart. A man's heart is reflected to him. Ooh. That's beautiful. That is such a great permission to just let go of anything gross. No need to question it, where it comes from. Anytime you even think something negative or judgmental, it's great to lay that down. God, clear my heart. Clear my heart of everything heavy, anything that's holding me back, anything that makes me judge other people, anything that makes me concerned about how anyone is living their life. Now is just not the time for that. Now's the time for being good to my neighbors. Like, should I go to my neighbor's house and say hello? You know, I don't want to. And the sad part is that, hold on, I can't even see. All we can do is share light. Thank you I didn't even see all this going on. Thank you. Yes. Wow, you guys are asking some deep questions. You know what? I'm glad you're asking these because I have no idea. Let me just say that right this moment. I'm no scholar. I am simply a regular person who decided to read a chapter a day of Proverbs in May. I have not studied the Bible deeply. I think it's important to get that out of the way. I am reading this to share the process, but I encourage each and every one of you to have your own relationship with God or with the Most High to read these. This is just me helping. This is me just helping. What is going on here? Wait a minute. Hold on. Okay, I don't know how to feel about the websites. Sorry, guys. So anybody that puts websites in while I can see, and just don't click them. Just don't click websites. Anybody that's watching this, if anyone puts anything in the chat that's like a website or something, I personally would never do it. I would never go. So that's going to be on you. That's your prerogative. So, maybe I should have just left it in there. But my first initial reaction was like, you know what, let me take this out. And now my reaction is, you know what? It's time for all of us to be accountable for ourselves. Like, do not click websites, or if somebody's in the comments going, oh my God, you need to go to this place. I personally, if I was you, wouldn't go. I don't know anybody in the comments. However, there are times in your life where something really, resonates with you, and it changes your life. So it's actually simply not my place to say. So I was a little bit too reactive there. You know, and at the same time, I use my discernment, and I'm like, okay, this just doesn't feel right. But don't count on me to do that every time, is my point. Okay. As in water faces to face, so a man's heart to man. That's, what? We are always being reflected. Ooh. We're always being reflected how we perceive the world and how it perceives us. That's really deep. Okay, so the grave and destruction are not satisfied, so the eyes of man are not satisfied. Oh, boy. The grave and destruction are not satisfied, so the eyes of man are not satisfied. How can we be satisfied every single day? How can we, God, give me the ability and open my heart to just be satisfied every single day, every moment. Be satisfied. Be satisfied. There are things that we're required to be satisfied, so that comes with an awareness, and okay, something feels important, I better tend to it. If it's going to make me feel more satisfied, especially. So, wow, that's beautiful. So we're on Proverbs chapter 27, verse 21. I'm glad that I'm outside so I hope you're outside. Go outside, get you some. Yes, all you can do is share the light and be the light and appreciate the light and bring in the light to your body. We need the light. We need the light, Okay, so Proverbs chapter 27, verse 21. A refining pot is for silver and a furnace for gold. So a man is tried by his praise. That's interesting. And look at the way it's written. The way that is tried is emphasized is really, really interesting too. I don't know if you can see it. The way that is tried, it's italicized. It's the only thing italicized not that I've ever seen, but it's the first time it's ever stuck out to me. And I'm just doing a quick review of the past chapters we've read, and I've not seen anything italicized. Doesn't mean it's the only time, but that's an important one. A refining pot is for silver and a furnace for gold. So a man is tried by his praise. Wow. That's what I was thinking, pestle and mortar. Okay. Even if you pound a fool in a mortar with a pestle along with crushed grain, his folly shall not leave him. Oh, man. Oh. Take it away. Take my folly away, God. Oh, take my folly away for real. Wow. Even if you pound a fool into mortar with a pestle along with crushed grain, his folly shall not leave him. That is terrifying. Oh my God. Oh God, take it away. Take all my folly away. Take all my folly away. Take it. Take the folly away, please, all of it. Every last one of it. I don't need it anymore. I had my time of being foolish, and I made it through. It was loads of fun, but ain't no way, like, my body even feels the ick just thinking about going back to those times, It was a fun time while it lasted, and it's just not worth it. And then the folly has to continue to leave you because you're not numbing yourself to your feelings. You're not numbing yourself, not in the same way. I mean, there's still the doom scroll. I'm like, okay, we got to work on that. But, and one by, little by little, it's working. Take all my folly. Oh, Heavenly Father, take all of my folly. Take all of it. Proverbs chapter 27, verse 23. Know well the state of your flocks. Apply your heart to your herds. Please know well the state of your flocks. That's what I'm working on right now. And it is difficult, especially if you are neurodivergent, you have ADHD. But I know for sure that the most important thing I can do in this moment is know well the state of my flocks. That's such a good verse. And apply your heart to your herds, for your riches are not forever, nor a diadem to all generations. What is a diadem? What is a diadem? I have no idea. That's good, though. I'm going to read that one again because that's good. Know well the state of your flocks. Apply your heart to your herds. For riches are not forever, nor a diadem to all generations. I see these. There's so much I need to look up. That's what I'm going to do different next week or next month. I'm going to do this again, and I'm going to research the words that I don't know. Grass vanishes and new grass appears, and the vegetation of the mountains are gathered in. The lambs are for your garments, and the goats for the price of a field. And goat's milk enough for your food, for the food of your household, and sustenance for your girls. Dang, we are really messing up this earth. That's what this part's telling me. Whoa. Dang. But listen to this, Proverbs 27:25. Grass vanishes and new grass appears, and the vegetation of the mountains are gathered in. The lambs are for your garments, and the goats for the price of a field. And goat's milk enough for your food, for the food of your household, and sustenance for your girls. We are some greedy mofos, man. Oh, wow. So, we get to... We get to appreciate what we have right now and allow it to be enough fuel for us to create and to make an impact on the world. We are so wasteful. Wow. That's really sad. What happened? I don't even want to go there, but I'm going to put it out there because why not? What happens when all the oil is sucked out of the earth? The oil is energy. It's interesting, we're not thinking about how that's going to affect the whole biosystem. It's a lot to take in. Okay, so now we're going to read chapter 28 of Proverbs. Yes. Shalom, Jesus loves us. Yes. I believe so. I know so. How about that? I truly know so. I know so. So before I read chapter 28 of Proverbs, I'm going to go ahead and read I'm going to read the first 6 verses of Proverbs, chapter 1, verse 1 through 6, so that we can understand what these words are doing to us, what these words mean. And that's important. The Proverbs of Shlomo, son of David, sovereign of Yisrael, for knowing wisdom and discipline, for understanding the words of understanding, for receiving the discipline of wisdom, righteousness, right ruling, and straightness, for giving insight to the simple, knowledge and discretion to the young. The wise one hears and increases learning, and the understanding one gets wise counsel. For understanding a proverb and a figure, the words of the wise and their riddles. This is so important because sometimes you hear and get counsel, and you understand things from a visceral level. You understand things from a discernment level. And then to really understand, you have the opportunity to go even deeper. And that's powerful in itself, you know? So that's how these words are going to be spoken, received, and spoken. Is for an opportunity. Everyone is going to have their own sovereign reaction to the words that are being read. It's going to mean something different to each and every one of you. And there's literal definitions that may be understood correctly pertaining to the reference, but also they may not be and have a completely different meaning, and that's completely fine. And it still is beautiful, even that, all those things being true, it's still beautiful to really understand the context of the words and the verses. And when you understand the context, it opens up a whole bigger meaning that may or may not be related to the way that it felt that you received it in the moment that you first received it. That's why reading is a different experience. And so that's why I'm reading these, and I'm understanding now that this doesn't end here. I get to go through it again. Okay, chapter 28, coming in hot. Proverbs, chapter 28. The wicked shall flee, though no one pursues. But the righteous are bold as a lion. Because of transgression of a land, many are its rulers. But by a man of understanding and knowledge, right is maintained. A poor man who oppresses the poor is a sweeping rain that leaves no food. Ooh, those who forsake the Torah praise the wicked. Those who guard the Torah strive with them. Evil men do not understand right ruling, but those who seek Yahuwah understand all. Better is the poor who walks in his integrity than one who perverse in his ways who is rich. He who watches over the Torah is a discerning son, but a companion of gluttons shames his father. He who increases his possessions by interest and profit gathers it for him who shows favor to the poor. He who turns away his ear from hearing the Torah, even his prayers is an abomination. He who causes the straight to go astray in an evil way falls into his own pit. But the perfect inherit the good. A rich man is wise in his own eyes, but the poor who has understanding searches him out. When the righteous exult, there is a great comeliness. But when the wicked arise, a man is searched for. He who hides his transgressions does not prosper, but he who confesses and forsakes them finds compassion. Baruch is the man who always reveres, but he who hardens his heart falls into evil. A roaring lion and a charging bear is a wicked ruler over poor people. A leader who lacks understanding is a great oppressor, but the hater of greed prolongs his days. A leader who lacks understanding is a great oppressor, but the hater of greed prolongs his days. A man oppressed by blood guilt flees into a pit, let no one help him. He who walks blamelessly is saved, but the perverted of ways falls at once. He who tills his land is satisfied with bread, but he who pursues vanities is filled with poverty. A word. A man of truth has many barakoth, but one in a hurry to be rich does not go unpunished. To show partiality is not good, because for a piece of bread a man would transgress. A man with an evil eye runs after wealth and does not know that poverty awaits him. He who reproves a man finds more favor afterward than he who flatters with the tongue. He who robs his father or his mother and says it is no transgression is a companion to the destroyer. He who is greedy stirs up strife, but he who trusts in Yahuwah prospers. Please allow me to, in all my endeavors, in all our endeavors, may we all trust Yahuwah instead of stirring stuff up. I was feeling all that. I felt all that. He who is greedy stirs up strife, but he who trusts in Yahuwah prospers. I love it. Okay, Proverbs chapter 26. He who trusts in his own heart is a fool. He who walks wisely is delivered. Bam, that's a word right there. He who trusts in his own heart is a fool, but he who walks wisely is delivered. That is a bar. He who gives to the poor does not lack, but he who hides his eyes has many curses. When the wicked rise up, men hide themselves, but when they perish, the righteous increase. He who gives to the poor does not lack, but he who hides his eyes has many curses. When the wicked rise up, men hide themselves, but when they perish, the righteous increase. This was an incredible reading. I'm so glad you all were here for me. Thank you, everyone who dropped in and held space to receive and to be in, in connection. If you want to continue to read along or check it out, then please go to Proverbs as a practice. I've read 1 through 28 at this point. Some are 2 and 1 because I skipped a day or missed a day, just to be honest, or skipped. Mostly missed because I really had the intention to do it every day. So that's something I have learned about myself through this reading, and to understand again, how's it go? He who trusts in his own heart is a fool, but he who walks wisely is delivered. That's such a beautiful one. That is Proverbs chapter 28, verses 26. 26? Verse 26. Anyways, keep rising and shining. Follow me for more. Check out the playlist. Share with someone you love. Peace.